Welcome to Braves Country Radio. We are excited to bring you a brand new season, your home for the classic call of radio baseball.
Carlos Ivan Beltran Valdez, Kansas City, AL, 1998 through 2004, Houston, NL, 2004, AL, 2017, New York, NL, 2005 to 2011, San Francisco, NL, 2011, St. Louis, NL, 2012 through 2013, New York, AL, 2014 to 16, Texas, AL, 2016. Switch hitting powerhouse from Puerto Rico, featured rare blend of stellar defense, superior base running, keen instinct, and October glory. Named AL Rookie of the Year with the Royals in 1999, his first of 8 100 RBI seasons. Consistently rose to the occasion, batting .307, .412, .609 in postseason career with 8 homers in Astros' 2004 run. Earned 3 Gold Gloves in center field and 9 All-Star selections across 20-year career that ended in 2017 as World Series champion. Succeeded in 86.4% of stolen base attempts, retiring as the game's most efficient base runner with at least 300 steals.
Carlos, your Hall of Fame ring.
Thank you. First of all, I just want to thank God for this opportunity to be here today. There's no doubt that this is incredible to be surrounded by so many greats. If I can compare this moment to something that I experienced in baseball, I have to say that this is the closest thing of my first at-bat in the big leagues, where I feel excited to be here, but at the same time, I feel very nervous. So these guys really make me nervous. Before I talk about baseball, I'll have to say that, behind every player, there is a village of people. So thinking about my career, there's no doubt that I could have accomplished this on my own. And before I speak about also baseball, I want to talk about gratitude. It reminds us that none of us can accomplish anything alone. To the Baseball Writers Association of America, I want to say thank you for making me a Hall of Fame. Really means a lot, this opportunity to be part of this such a special group. And for those that saw things different, I want to say also thank you. I appreciate your perspective. If baseball have really taught me something, I want to say that I hope, in life we continue to measure ourselves by the same standard we have used to measure others. I want to take the opportunity to also recognize the people of the Hall of Fame they are protecting the history of the game of baseball. Jane, thank you for everything. George, John, Whitney, and every member of the Hall of Fame staff. It's a privilege, honestly, what you guys do preserving the stories of the game of baseball. I would like to also acknowledge Commissioner Ron Manfred, who is also here. Thank you for being here, sir. I also want to say that when I was growing up in Manatí, Puerto Rico, many of these guys were teaching me in the game of baseball. I know some of you guys opened a lot of doors, and went through a lot of situations in your career. Then my generation was able to walk through those doors because you opened the path for us. So I just want to say thank you for making this game better. So I feel very blessed, and I hope our generation have done the same for the one that is already playing the game. And when I think about the game itself, I always say that every generation has the responsibility to continue to make the baseball game better. I want to recognize my new two teammates. Andrew, love you, brother. I love playing against you. Jeff, I love playing with you. In Houston, that was a great experience just to be able to be here and being part of this class. There is another team that I want to have the opportunity to say a few words. My children, Ivana, Kiara, Evan Carlos. Being your father has been the greatest honor of my life. Baseball has given me an incredible career, but you guys always give me reason to be a better man. People in life will watch you, how you treat people. And to me, that's the real legacy. So make sure that you always treat people the right way. When I pray to God at night, I don't pray to God that life will be easy for you guys. I pray that you become strong when you face adversity, grateful when you encounter success, and faithful in every season of your life. There's no doubt that we're going to encounter a lot of people in our path, and there's going to be people that just going to believe in us. There's going to be people that will doubt us. But you know what? Two of them are here to help us grow. Never let success to fool you into thinking that you're better than everyone else, and never let failure to make you forget that you're good enough. You guys are good enough. Everywhere you go, I have to let you know one thing. You're always going to have a dad cheering for you guys. Love you guys. When I was growing up, I graduated en Manatí, mi escuela, Fernando Callejo, mis amigos, Puerto Rico. And there's no doubt that baseball became my classroom. You know, every season that I played really taught me something. Every person that God put in my path really helped me to get here today. To my first manager and professional baseball player, Bob Harrell, thank you for making this young kid from Puerto Rico feel like he belonged. You were preparing me for life in baseball. Then again, my biggest decision of my career at 19 years old. You know, I was playing for the Royals, low A, Kevin Long. There's no doubt that you really helped me change my career. People today might see the numbers, the home runs, everything that I did, but you and I remember the works that we put together to try to make that work. So I appreciate you, my brother. In Kansas City, I have an incredible privilege to be around one of the greatest competitors this game has ever seen, Mr. George Brett. You told me something that I will never forget. The greatness is built long before anyone is watching. I appreciate every conversation that I have. I still remember some of the conversations that we have together. Carlos, hit the ball hard, not far. Hit the ball hard, not far. And I love you, my man, for everything that you did for me. In 2004, I got the biggest blessing to be around two greats. Both of them are here. Jeff Bagwell, Craig Biggio. Believe it or not, I was 25 years old, and you guys were at the end of your career, maybe 36, 37. But you told me something very special. You told me that in order for me to aspire to have a long career in baseball, I needed to learn how to play with pain. I saw you guys grind day in and day out. That was very special to me, and that was something that I carry for the rest of my life. There's no way that I could have lasted 20 years in the big leagues without learning how to play with pain. Thank you. Terry Collins. When my knee became one of the biggest challenges of my career, you remind me, Terry, that setbacks don't really define us. What defines us is how we respond to them. So the fact that you took your time to connect with me, to push me, to encourage me, to challenge me, I appreciate, my friend, our relationship. And I have to say that one of the greatest things every time I go to spring training is I look forward to see you and to connect with you. Thank you, Terry. To every teammate I share the clubhouse with, you know, many of y'all taught me about conversation. You know, looking back, I was collecting lessons from all y'all. You helped me shape the man standing here today. The game of baseball, I played the game of baseball for 20 years, but the people inside the game helped me get here today, so I thank you for that. I love you guys. Every single teammate that I play with, you guys were so important to me. One of the biggest blessings for me was that I played for many organizations. You know, I got to play for 7 organizations. Kansas City drafted me in 1995 by my scout, Johnny Ramos. You know, with Kansas City, I was able to earn the opportunity to fulfill my childhood dream to be a Major League Baseball player. In Houston, I experienced that great teams not only win by talent, you have to win because you have good preparation. In San Francisco, you welcome into one of the greatest traditions in baseball. Walking into the clubhouse, I have to tell you that was an incredible experience that I had. I remember my first day walking into the clubhouse. There was a little room on the right side, and I got to see Willie Mays and Willie McCovey. And that impression of seeing those two legends there sitting, talking baseball, I told myself that I needed to stop there day in and day out to talk a little bit about baseball with them, and I have to tell you, it was an experience of a lifetime for me. In St. Louis, I was able to win the Roberto Clemente Award and also play 2 great years over there. There's no doubt that when you look yourself as an athlete and when God gives you the platform to be an athlete, it's not only about playing the sport, it's about using the platform that God is giving you to do well for others. And then I got to play for the Yankees. I have to tell you this, I really felt the weight of the history when you play for an organization like the Yankees. There's no doubt that wearing the pinstripes, it reminds me that playing for the Yankees is not only a privilege, it's a responsibility. And in Texas, I got traded to Texas when I was 39 years old. I guess they were looking for a partner for Eddie and Beltre. Normally you get traded when you're young, but at 39, who wants an older player? But you know what? Texas did, 1-1. So thank you for the opportunity and for being part of my chapter. And then the New York Mets. When people ask me about why I shoot this cap, I have to say this, guys. It's simple. Every organization shaped your career. New York shaped my life. It was here where I experienced my greatest success and some of my greatest challenges. Playing for the Mets made me a better man and a better leader. Many of the most meaningful relationships that I was able to build in my career, I did it wearing a Mets uniform. So the Mets cap, what it represents to me is growth, and it represents a place where I became the best version of myself. To the Mets fans, thank you for believing in me. You challenged me. You let me know what I needed to be better, and that was a lot of times. I get to hear those boos. Let me tell you that. But I also appreciate your support along the way. To Steve and Alex Cohen, I have to tell you guys that I know this year might not look pretty, but what makes me proud is the culture that you have been able to create. Making players, families, and employee values, and especially myself. Having the experience to experience different chapters in the Mets organization, I have to tell you guys that I have never been prouder to call myself a Met. To my friend in heaven, Super Joe, thank you, my friend. We did it. You always told me, Papi, I'm going to be with you in Cooperstown. I know you're not here, but I have to tell you that I miss you every day. Thank you for showing me what a true friendship looks like. I miss you. And before I finish,
ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball!
Good seats, hey, buddy. He missed the tag! He missed the tag! He missed the tag!
Down a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys. Pour you a cold one. It's time for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the Atlanta Braves are back at it. We're right here with you. We're set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play, the classic call of radio baseball. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside for what should be a great game here on the diamond. As we take you out to the old ballpark, kick up your feet, let's take a journey back to the golden age of radio baseball. We'll do our best to paint the picture as the game goes along. Roll call is on the way. It's time to join the country club, join in the fun, and chop along. Get your game face on. We'll go over the lineups as the game moves along. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 300 play-by-play games right here on the BCR. Please like and subscribe today. Don't forget to hype the videos. It helps the smaller stations to bring folks in so we can all root this great game on together. Join the country club today, and a special thanks to all the members in the country club. You help support the BCR.
Get this bus moving.
Stop.
Come back.
Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country.
Afternoon, Braves country. Scroll back up here to the top of the hour and go from there on the roll call. Braves getting ready for a doubleheader. Good to see you. I beg your pardon, we didn't promise you a rosemary garden. Rebecca! Justin Green Machine. Chop Shop. Slippito! Mark Ricky Ricardo. Lucy, he's home. Timmy Panel. Timmy! Shop. I thought I saw. There it is. Sin good, been good. Mets are wearing their home whites with the pinstripes. Mets across the chest in dark blue, outlined in orange. Blue ball caps and the interlocking NY. On the front of the hat, representing the city of New York. Rich 22. We are just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play. Your Atlanta Braves. As soon as the 3D kicks in, we will bring it to you. First pitch to Ron Acuna Jr. is their first strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Right there for a ball, 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Mania, lefty-righty matchup. go. Yes, sir, it is baseball time in Braves country. You got a 2-2 count on Acuna. Pitch misses high, and it is a full count. The payoff pitch. Minaya brings it in, down and in, and he does not go around ball 4. So Acuna gets on board to start the game.
Bravo.
Left to right across the outfield for the Metropolitans. It's Taylor, Ewing, and Bench.
Bravo.
First pitch to Drake Baldwin. Right there at the knees, P at the knees. Called for a strike, it's 0-1. Around the horn, third to first, Bichette, Lindor, Beatty, and Young. Alvarez is behind the plate, and Minaya is on the bump. The 0-1 pitch to Drake. Well off the plate, four-seam fastball. 1-1. So you'll notice, Country Club members, if you've refreshed here recently or just joined in, the 1-1 pitch, swing, swatted, four-seamer backing away, 1-2. Acuna over at first, getting a pretty good lead over there. You do wonder if he may take off. We've got the SSAJ emoji in for A.J. Smith-Shawver. The 1-2 pitch swing, chopper on the ground over to second. Acuna is going to, a really lazy running attempt. Stopped about halfway, headed to the dugout, and made it extremely easy for them to turn two. And this is why, at no point, when people ask me nowadays who my favorite player is, will you ever hear me say Ron Acuna Jr.? 2 down. I mean, you've got to make an effort there. I understand he's coming off the IL, but you got to make some kind of effort. Matt Olson, the batter, first pitch, swing and a miss. Sweeper off the plate, it's 0-1. The 0-1 count. Four-seamer at the knees. 0-2. O2 count after the easy double play. 2 outs. Pitch on the way, out the way. 1-2. The 1-2 to Olson. Minaya comes set. Swing and a miss, strike 3, about letter high, and that'll end the inning. So Acuna gets on, but then gives up his seat, and we'll go to the bottom of the first. 0-0 here in Braves country. Where do you come from? Where do you hail from?
You're in Braves country.
It's always great to hear where everybody's listening here in Braves country. I'll be honest, Mark, I don't want him extended. He gives you too little for what he's going to demand is going to be outlandish. Even a guy with a much better work ethic, like Juan Soto, he's not working. A.J. Smith-Shawver coming on for the first time in a long time, and he will rock his patented light blue glove. I think he's got a few more tats on that sleeve of his on his right arm. In the minors this year, 10 2/3, 2 earned runs, 12 strikeouts. The first pitch on the way is a four-seamer coming in at 98 miles an hour. Just misses the spot. It's 1-0. You know the butterflies are going to be flying. The 1-0. Swing, slaps it on the ground and off the glove of Riley. They had Riley playing in for whatever reason, and he could not handle that hot shot. Eli White overruns the ball, flips it into the infield. So I think them old boys went out last night. You got the lazy running by Acuna. You got the ball going off the glove of Riley. That was a hot shot. That ball was smoked. And Eli White, he must have been buying all the shots because he overran that routine ground ball out there in left field. Francisco Lindor, the batter, four-seam fastball. Misses down and in. It's 1-0. Lindor had himself a night the other night. He's going to try to avoid that today. That was from the right side of the plate with the left-handers in the mound. 1-0. Upstairs misses high. 2-0. You got A.J. Smith-Shawver this afternoon. And you've got Chris Sale tonight. 2-0 count. Right there, four-seamer, 98 miles an hour, 2-1. Turns and kicks, swing, lifted. High and deep into center field. Harris going back on the track, seeing if he's got room. He does. And it's an F8 in your scorecard. One away. He gave that one a ride. Man, Lindor is red hot. They're going to have to pitch around him the rest of the series. He's seeing that ball well. Shawver goes back to work. The first pitch is a sinker. Right there, first strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Quick turn over to first to flip the ball over there to keep the runner close by. The 0-1 runner down goes down to second, excuse me. Huge jump, and the throw gets down there, but he had no chance. A.J. Ewing did an enormous jump, and he'll have the base stolen. Relatively easy. Good job by Ozzie to jump up and make the catch. The ball was well high of the glove. He had to leap, keep it from going to the outfield. It's the 1-1. You got a 1-2 count. Bo Bichette batting .261 on the year. The 1-2. Down and away. Two count, nothing your score. He's gone sinker, four-seam splitter. The 2-2 from A.J. Swing lifted into left field, coming in, making the diving catch out there. Head first dive by Eli White. He'll make the grab. And there's two away. Wasn't sure if he was going to get to it. You always believe in Eli with his speed and his glove. He had to lay out for that, and that saves a run for now. Carson Benj, the batter, righty-lefty, first pitch, four-seam fastball, rocking at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Inside, 1-1. 1-1 count. Runner at second, 2 outs. Infield back into the right, outfield deep and straight away. The 1-1 pitch, sawed off foul, 1-2. Left to right for your Braves out here. Today it's Eli, Harris, and Acuna around the horn. Third to first, Riley, Dubon, Ozzie, and Olsen. Bart is behind the plate, SSAJ on the bump. The 1-2, swing, broken bat, roller on the ground. Ozzie's got it. Flips it to Olsen. And we get out of the inning. So just like that, we go to the top of the second. 0-0 your score here in Braves country.
What's for dinner? Hey, Chef, what's for dinner?
My favorite. What's for dinner?
Get in my belly!
Blob, the Blob, Blob Barker, Blob of the Hut, and Rub-a-Dub Chub.
What do you want for dinner?
I don't care.
One large jambalaya, please. Jambalaya?
Biggie can't fit through doorway.
Oh, this is fantastic.
You got my shirt at the Big and Tall shop? When did I make the crossover? I can't feel my hands.
You gonna eat your cornbread? It's the wood that makes it good.
Oh my God, I'm fatter than the skipper.
No and then. And then. No and then. And then. No and then. And then. No and then. And then.
I refuse to play your Chinese food mind games.
You sure you know what you're doing?
Yeah, Chinese food seems kind of complicated. Well, maybe for a less experienced chef.
That ketchup?
It's just a base. You don't understand cooking.
Hey, you know what? I just figured out what I want for dinner. A nice hot bowl of shredded stew.
Gazpacho, por favor.
Por favor?
I'm part Spanish.
Adios, muchacho.
Maybe you're getting cheese ball syndrome.
I love broccoli. It's good for you.
Then maybe you'd like to have a piece.
Vile weed!
Hurry up and munch those fries. We've got to get back to work soon.
One large crab bisque to go.
You want bread? You're pushing your luck, little man. Ha! You know what? I'm sorry. I've had shredded stew before, and it sure as diddly didn't taste like that.
I'll tell you what, a refill on this delicious exotic tea.
That's duck sauce.
That is good.
We're trying to lose weight.
Fatty McButterpants.
Lay off there, I'm starving.
I'm gonna order some pizza.
Little neighborhood joint called Domino's. Domino's?
Everybody enjoying the food so far?
Oh my God, yes. We're gonna come tomorrow night and every other night for the rest of our lives.
Oh, and don't cheap out on the tip. We all know you're loaded now.
What's for dinner?
Welcome back. First pitch on the way to... Let's see what happened here. Not 100% sure what happened there, but they flipped the screen on us. You got a 1-0 count to Ozzie Albies. Turns and kicks, swing. Chopper on the ground over to third. Should be an easy 5-3 it is. 1 up, 1 down here for the Braves. We're in the top of the second inning, just getting going here. 0-0 your score. Harris coming to the plate on deck is Dubon. I don't think I've finished the defensive alignment in that first inning for the Mets. The first pitch is a four-seamer. Well off the plate. Wide for a ball. It's 1-0. It was Taylor, Ewing, and Benj in the outfield, and in the infield, left to right, Bichette, Lindor, Beatty, and Young. 1-0 right there at the knees, 1-1. Alvarez is behind the plate. Him and I on the bump. The 1-1 swing and a miss. It's 1-2. The 1-2 count. Infield back into the right. Brings it well outside. 2-2. The 2-2. Sinker down and in. Ball 3-3-2. Biggest difference today in this lineup than most of them is you got Dubon playing short. 8. You got JJ getting the seat against the tough left-hander Minaya. He'll get the start tonight. The payoff pitch, swing, looping pop-up down the first base line, foul territory. That'll get into the stands, and we'll do it again. Good to see Uncle Charlie. The payoff pitch, just below the knees. Ball 4 just missed the spot. They will not challenge. And Money Mike is on with the 1-out walk. First pitch to Mauricio Dubon, four-seam fastball, fouled away, 0-1. The 0-1 count. Minaya looking in, kicks upstairs, swings, slices a foul. It's 0-2. Game 2 of a 3-game series here with New York. Game 3 is tonight, 7:10 first pitch. Chris Sale is on the mound. The 0-2 quick flip over, and that ball gets away. It's a bad pickoff throw, and ball gets away. Harris will probably, he will stop at second. No sense of running us out of the inning. But he takes off down to second base.
I feel the need for speed.
Wide, high throw. No real chance for Young to make that play. Minaya knows it. So an 0-2 to Dubon. Swing, chopper on the ground over to first. Should be an easy play. It is. G3 on your scorecard, 2 down. On the plate, Harris makes it down to third, but there are 2 outs. Miami has put a run on the board, 6-1. They're in the bottom of the 5th. Miami looking for a sweep against the Phillies. They came back in walk-off fashion on Monday night, and then they shut down the Phillies Tuesday night. I watched that game 1-0. Alcantara dealing. Lefty-righty matchup. Austin Riley, will be up to him to get the run home. Pitches upstairs for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Rolls the sweeper out of the zone down the third baseline, foul. 0-2. We come into today's action 6 games in front of the Phillies, 7 in front of the loss column. It's hard to get a doubleheader sweep in Major League Baseball nowadays, the way that they configure the rosters. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. We've got a chance with the SSAJ on the mound and Sale tonight. Got to get the first one first. We'll be back in a flash. 0-0 here in New York.
Because how the do I teach my body that fight or flight mode is meant for life or death situations, not answering a phone call?
How did they cure the Black Death? To be truthful, it's not completely cured. It's still in the world today, the old Black Death. It's still in the Congo, but nowadays if you get the Black Death, you take some antibiotics and everyone's all better. But that steamed across Europe in 1483 originally. It went on for quite a while after that. A terrible way of dying, and it spread across Europe through the trade routes and got to the UK. And terrible death, and it was spread by the fleas on the black rats. Was it cured? Would well know. About 50% of Europe's and the UK's population were completely wiped out, and it wasn't cured per se. It was through the use of isolation, cleaning the streets, better sanitation, and it slowly died away. People did build up an immunity, but it never really disappeared from the face of the earth. Can you imagine that? Half of Europe just dying.
I love all of the yogi stuff, and I long ago ceased to wonder which are genuine and which are made up.
The other guy's only a figment of their imaginations. We worked on a lot of projects with him, including several TV commercials. People often ask what made him such a great pitch man, and I think it was because he was so genuine.
One of the yogisms is I really didn't say everything I said, and I think a lot of them were made up by media. I think Joe Garagiola embellished a lot of them.
The ones that are fake, to me at least, are immediately obvious as fakes because they're just kind of silly, stupid things.
If they didn't make sense, they weren't yogis.
I think one of the quotes that is most perhaps psychologically revealing about Yogi is, if you can't imitate him, don't copy him.
A.J. Smith-Shawver goes back to work here in game one of a doubleheader. First pitch misses out of the zone. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. The 1-0 pitch drops inside. Called for a strike, just kisses the inside corner. 1-1. The 1-1 count. Drops the curveball inside, 2-1. A.J. Smith-Shawver is at 18 pitches right now, so he's okay on that front as far as possibly going fairly deep in the game. The 2-1 pitch, four-seamer. Just misses out of the zone, 3-1. 3-1 count. Turns and kicks. High and out of the zone, and it's ball four. So he heads to first to start the second inning. Orioles and Tigers scoreless heading to the third. Man, did they put a whipping on on the Orioles last night. Phillies 6, Marlins 3, so it's getting better in Miami as the pitch on the way is a splitter right there. It's 0-1. The 0-1 count. Swing, pop up. Back out of play. 0-2. You get the extra player on your roster for the doubleheader. The 0-2 pitch, swing, pops it back foul, we'll do it again. And so A.J. Smith-Shawver is that number 27 man. Connor Thomas was sent back down to the minors, and the 0-2 flips, real quick flip over to first, keeps the runner close by. Thomas goes down to the minors, and Hernandez, player of the game the other night, he has been selected to the roster. The 0-2, caught, looking strike three, punched him out on the inside track. Polanco's thought about challenging it, but he will not, and there's one away. First strikeout of the day. First strikeout since coming off the IL many moons ago. Early last season by A.J. Smith-Shawver. Righty-righty matchup. Tyrone Taylor, the batter. First pitch is a four-seamer. This is on the top shelf. It's 1-0. Good to see you, Nathaniel and Scotty S. The 1-0. Swing, whistles it back foul. 1-1. You got the SS87 in here on the SSAJ day. It's up to them, Rich. I really don't care. Just let me know, and it's whatever's more convenient for them. The 1-1. Right there on the outer edge, 1-2. If they've already made plans, then we can wait till next week. 1-2 count. Outside wide, 2-2. Braves nothing, Mets nothing. The 2-2. Swing, punches back foul. Saying Connor Thomas should have been charged. Walt White should have been charged. That was cruel and unusual punishment to leave that kid out there that long. He left him out there to dry. I mean, he just hung him out there to dry. It was over. The 2-2 swing and a miss, strike three. 2 down. And look, hindsight 2020, if you knew there was going to be a rain out, Weiss is probably much more aggressive. You probably don't even see Thomas, and if you do, it's just for an inning. But you don't know that game's getting rained out, and you're looking at having your bullpen the way they have configured it. They don't have to do it this way, but the way they have used it, it's put together with eggshells. As the curveball misses outside wide for a ball, it's 1-0. It really comes down to the usage with these guys and the quick the quickness that they send them back down is the 1-0, fouls it back 1-1. You have a guy go in for 3 innings like Hernandez did the other night. It's okay to have him sit on your roster for a few days because everybody else got the rest. But they do doomsday scenarios, and they're not willing to do that. The 1-1 swing was a foul, 1-2. And to be honest, if you had a starting rotation that was more like the one in the 90s where you're 3-4 deep on guys you know are going to go 6-7 innings, it's a totally different situation. But they're so quick to send these guys down, it cripples them at times. The 1-2, swing lifted, high and deep, into center field, coming in and making the jogging catch is Michael Harrison. That'll end the inning. So far, so good on the maiden voyage of the SSAJ. We'll go to the top of the third, tied at nothing.
I once drank an entire bottle of cheap white wine at a house party and cried myself to sleep in a random upstairs bedroom while the party was still going on.
Dang, bro, that's crazy. This one time I drank an entire bottle of vodka and took some LSD and went out on my buddy's boat to go fishing at 2 a.m. Big shocker, we didn't catch anything. But we did a lap around the lake and went to pull back into the dock, and we get caught on something. Because of the state of mind that I'm in, immediately I think the issue is that the Loch Ness Monster has a grip on the bottom of the boat and is not letting us go. But we eventually figure out that there is a rope stuck in the engine. So what do? I put a knife in my mouth and dive into the water like I'm some sort of autistic Navy SEAL to cut us free from the rope, which I actually managed to do. And we ended up having to push the boat back into the dock. The next morning, my buddy goes down to assess the damage. And when he gets to the water, he sees that there is a random boat sitting in the middle of the lake. And that's because when I cut that rope to free our boat up, it was actually what was keeping that boat attached to the dock.
You know, anyone who ever thought
He wasn't smart, missed out. He was so wise, not just about what pitch to call, because he did call the perfect game, and 10 world championships. He was wise about life. I think he was a genius. I think he was a genius person.
So now it's my turn. I want to give some of my favorite advice to the graduates. First, never give up, because it ain't over till it's over.
We could look at the way he uses language and we could say, that's silly. But once we say that's silly, then we give it a second thought and we say, he's right. He's telling us something that's really true.
We get to the top of the third. Go ahead and open up your book of Eli and go to page number 1 here in the top of the third inning. Eli takes the first strike in his first at bat. Upstairs, it's 0-1. The 0-1 to Eli. Swing. Fouls off the four-seamer. 0-2.
We accept one of us. We accept one of us. Uber gobble, Uber gobble.
The 0-2 pitch, whistle down the line.
We accept that one.
Thank you, Scott B.
We accept that one of us. Uber gobble, one of us. Uber gobble, one of us. Uber gobble.
Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care!
The 0-2 pitch, swing. Fouls that one back.
Uber gobble, one of us.
0-2 count. Mania likes to set you up with that bent with that four-seamer, then go to the bender. The 0-2 pitch, swing, fouls it away. He's been going to that fastball every pitch in this at bat so far. He's got a four-seamer and sinker, and those are his two main pitches, or sweeper, excuse me, the 0-2. Down and in, 1 and 2. That was the sweeper. He throws those two a total of 66% of the time, the sinker 21% of the time, and then he mixes in the cutter and change at 8 and 4% respectively, the 1-2 pitch swing. And that ball is smacked through the infield and into the left field, and it's a leadoff single for your Atlanta Braves. White Lightning on a Wednesday afternoon. Do you right in the summer. Went to the well one too many times, and Eli White bangs it through the hole. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch upstairs to Joey Bart. It's 1-0. 228 on the air, 4 home runs, 13 RBI. It's been a nice addition to the Braves all in all. The 1-0 pitch, swing, lifted. High into center field, coming in. Left, that ball's going to drop. That ball's got eyes. It's going to get down for a base hit. And it ain't how hard you hit it, it's where you hit him. Hit them where they ain't, boys. Hit them where they ain't.
What's your name?
2 on, nobody out.
Who the hell are you? Bart.
And we're back to the top of the order with Ron Cooney Jr. Raja reached with the walk his first time up.
Eat my shorts.
Hopefully he's got a little more hustle in those legs he gets on this time. Looked like there was a miscommunication between Ewing and Taylor. Taylor looked like he had a beat on it. I think he thought he was being called off. First pitch, four-seam fastball, swing, fouls it back. It's 0-1. The 0-1, swing and a miss, four-seamer. Blew it right by him. It's 0-2. The 0-2. Four-seamer. Just misses out of the zone, 1-2. One-two count. Standing on deck is Drake Baldwin. Nobody out, first and second. The 1-2 pitch. Swing lifted. High, not very deep. Lazy fly ball into right field, and that'll be an F9, one away. One down and two on, and Drake Baldwin ground into a double play. His first time up, we'll try to prevent that from happening. First pitch on the way is a sweeper. Swing and a miss over the top. It's on 1. The 0-1 count. Swing, chopper on the ground. That's going to do it again. 4, 6, 3. Rally killing double play. Drake Baldwin has recorded 4 outs and 2 at-bats. We'll go to the bottom of the third. 0-0 your score. On this date in 1890, Giants hurler Mickey Welch joins Pud Galvin and Tim Keefe in becoming baseball's third hurler to reach his 300th victory. After the 4-2 victory over Pittsburgh, the 31-year-old Brooklyn native will win only 7 more games in his entire career before ending his legendary run the following season. On this date in 1962, after disappearing to use the restroom with Gene Conley when the Red Sox bus got stuck in New York traffic 2 days earlier, infielder Pumpsy Green shows up at the team's hotel in Washington, D.C. Having missed a doubleheader versus the Senators, the infielder is fined $500 for his disappearance, while his teammate, who will return on July 30th, remains AWOL. And on this date in 1962, Dick Ellsworth strikes out Cardinals left fielder Stan Musial 3 times in the Chicago Cubs' 5-1 victory at Wrigley Field. It will be the only time that Stan the Man is whiffed 3 times in a game during his 22-year career, a span of 3,026 contests. And that's your Braves Country Radio on this date in baseball history. Find us on YouTube and Facebook today. Nothing your score. A.J. Smith-Shawver going back to work. Of course, we don't know what it'll be like as he returns, but before A.J. left, because today they're showing a 71% four-seam usage. When he left, it was 47%. And the splitter 34%, curve 15, and the slider at 4%. So we'll see how that changes. So far, 71%, but a lot of this turns out being situational usage. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch four-seamer right there. P at the knees on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Sounds good, Rich. The 0-1 pitch right there on the outer edge. 0-2. The 0-2 count. Splitter. Down and away, 1-2. Ball rolls away. The 1-2 caught looking upstairs, strike three, splitter. That must have just froze him. Set up in the top of the zone, one down. Third strikeout of the day for A.J. Smith-Shawver. I believe his over-under out west was 4.5. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch upstairs. It's 1-0. One 1-0. One count. Drifts one off the edge. Looked like the splitter. It's 2-1. Braves nothing, Mets nothing. The 2-1 pitch, swing, hard hit ball through the infield. And that's going to set up the Mets with one on and one out here in the bottom of the third inning. Infield now set up for double play depth. They'll be back into the right. Outfield deep and straight away. And Francisco Lindor, who's been red hot, takes the first pitch. Four-seam fastball. It's 0-1. He flew out to center field his first time up. That ball was absolutely hammered. Went all the way to the back of the wall. So AJ's got to be cautious here. As he starts his, what was that? I guess they called time. It was strange. It was in the middle of his motion. You normally don't see them grant that right at that. I thought he had stumbled at first, to be honest with you. Thought it was going to be an automatic ball. 1 on, 1 out. The 0-1 count. Shawver looking in. Runner goes, throw goes down to second, and they've got another stolen base. A.J. Ewing steals it with ease. Second stolen base of the day for Ewing. And first pitch off of that is a splitter for a strike. It's 1-2. The 1-2 swing, rolls it down the line, foul. You wonder if they'll overturn that, but for those of y'all who are following along with this on video at home, they gave Riley an error in the first inning. I think A.J. Ewing should have got a clean single on that. The 1-2 pitch, swing, pop up. High into center field. Harris fighting the Suns with the shades pulled tight, and he'll make the catch. F8, 2 down. I mean, that ball was absolutely scalded. And you've seen in this series much easier plays that they've called singles. You do wonder who they actually have making the making the calls. They're supposed to be credited, but I don't. The last few years, I have my doubts. The 0-1 pitch, or first pitch, makes as Bichette comes to the plate, 0-for-1 on the day, misses high. It's 1-0. Braves nothing, Mets nothing. A.J. Smith-Shawver, 3 strikeouts, 1 hit allowed. He has walked one. The 1-0 swing. Bangs it up the middle, but it's going to be an easy 6-3. Mauricio Dubon is there, and we'll head to the top of the fourth. 0-0 your score. Time to get it done here in Braves country.
Afternoon, everybody.
What a day. I use a drink. Nothing like a cold one after a long day, huh?
So, how much do you drink?
I think I'm good for about 10 or 12.
10 or 12 a week? That's not bad.
Well, a week.
You drink 10 or 12 beers a day?
You counting beers too?
How reckless of me. I made you all wet.
Yes, but my martini's still dry.
She turned out to be a part-time model and a full-time pickpocket. Oh, yeah. I've been known to drink a beer or two. But then again, I've been known to do a lot of things.
You drinking anymore?
Oh, me? No, I quit drinking,
You
dude.
never gonna drink again? Nope. You wanna stop at the bar by the Chinese restaurant? Just get a quick shot, me and you, and then we'll go? Yeah, the bar they got in the back.
Oh, the Chinese bar? Okay. What's happening?
All 4 cheeks and a couple of chins.
I thought you said they didn't have alcohol.
Run back to your mix master. Cook up a few more of these.
Cigarette?
No, I never touch them.
Well, I suck them down like Coca-Cola.
I expose people to magic. I expose them to something they're never otherwise going to see in their boring, normal lives. And I gave that to them. I may forget about them tomorrow, but they'll live with that memory for the rest of their lives. And that's a gift, man.
One of the women said that she was afraid she might OD.
I thought that was a limit drop. I didn't think it was tequila.
What's that got to do with me?
You and me are gonna have a small talk later on.
I'll be busy thinking up things to say.
Doesn't your wife ever complain that you never spend any time with her?
Would you? Could you keep it down to a low roar? Some of us have to work.
Put that money down, pal.
Yeah, I'll be ready.
There goes the 2 weeks at camp. I promised the kids this summer.
My birthday, give me a beer, stick a candle in it, and I'll blow out my liver.
Here's to feeling good all the time.
Perfect. Cheers.
Cheers.
This crowd's back into it now.
Welcome back. We are in the top of the 4th inning. Matt Olson will lead us off. Lefty-lefty matchup. And first pitch is 4-seam fastball. Called for a strike on the outside part of the plate. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Down and away, 1-1. No runs, 2 hits and an error for the Braves. No runs, 1 hit, and an error for the Mets. The 1-1 pitch. Yes, sir. Second game is 7:10 tonight. 6:45 we come on the air. The 1-2 pitch, swing, fouls it away. Down the line. Well, will it stay in play? No, it will bend down. First, I thought it was a no-doubter, but it almost stayed in play. Tyrone Taylor giving chase. I can confirm, Rosemary. The 1-2. Caught looking, strike 3. And Olsen, that is so funny. He paused and almost touched his helmet 3 times. That actually might turn into a GIF, but he thought about challenging it and was like, yeah, it's too early in the game. It's extremely close. You gotta love baseball. It's the best. First pitch swinging by Ozzie Albies is a deep fly ball into left center field. Not nearly deep enough. It'll die at the front of the warning track. 1 pitch, 1 out. 1 pitch, Ozzie, 2 down. Michael Harris II comes to the plate. First pitch. Okay, they said that was a ball. It definitely hit the zone. It's 1-0. Very surprised Alvarez didn't challenge that. The 1-0. That one, he'll get the call, 1-1. Harris walked his first time up. Made it down to, is the 1-1. Sweeper. Off the plate, 2-1. Batting .298 on the year. And Michael's got 19 home runs. The 2-1 pitch. Swing. Chops the sinker. Bottom of the zone off the plate. 2-2. The 2-2. Swing. Knocks it back foul. We'll do it again. Good old pitcher's duel here in New York so far. Manaea, he has struck out 3, walked 2 with 2 hits. The 2-2. Swing lifted. High and deep into right center field, going back on the track and making the catch at the front of the warning track for allowed out number 3. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. 0-0 your score here in Braves country.
Bro, the day before your day off, damn near be better than your day off. Because, like, your day off, you like, damn, I got work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? At least the day before your day off, you got work. But it's like, you know you off tomorrow.
I don't know which is worse, the damn strawberries or the grapes. Them go bad as soon as you walk in the house. You got to eat them inside the store. And the first thing y'all love to say is, oh, you need to go get some fruits. You need to go get some vegetables. Why? To waste my money? You literally have to buy what you want to eat when you eat like that. Prep that meal if you want to, baby. And your ass will be eating slush by the end of the week.
Knock it off. Where does that saying come from? Knock it off meaning stop it, or in English, pack it in what you're doing and stop what you're doing. It's annoying me. But originally it came from the 1800s and was a term used in auctions. Knock it off. That's where it comes from, auctions in America.
George Steinbrenner was a complicated and sometimes polarizing man, but for sure, George Steinbrenner had great regard for Yankee history. You can't write a history of the New York Yankees without Yogi Berra, and I think that George Steinbrenner, who himself could be stubborn, realized this. You can't have Yogi Berra excommunicated from the Yankees. But it took Susan Waldman, one of the radio voices of the Yankees, to bring the two of them together.
So the program director at WFAN had called me and said, Yogi Berra is opening a museum. Would it be great if George and Yogi made up on the air? And I said, yeah, that'll be good. That'll happen. Click. I didn't know Yogi. My loyalty was to Mr. Steinbrenner. I owe Mr. Steinbrenner a lot. George, I want to talk to you about Yogi. And he said, what's wrong? And as soon as he said, what's wrong, I said, okay, go for it. He wants you to apologize. And he'd say, what does he want me to apologize for? I said, I don't know, George, what did you do? And he said, well, I had him fired. I said, well, there's got to be something else. He knew exactly what it was.
First pitch on the way is smoked up the middle. A little worm burner. And the splitter splits the defenders here in the infield, and it's a leadoff single for the Mets. Righty-lefty matchup. Jacob Young, the batter. The first pitch on the way, down and in. Splitter misses, 1-0. Young walked his first time up. He's batting .250 on the year. Shawver at 51 pitches, so he's okay on that front. And he's pretty well stretched out. I would think he could get through 5 today, the 1-0. Swing lifted. High and deep into center. Going back, the track. Making the catch for a loud out number 1 is Michael Harris. 75% of this world is covered by water. The rest by Michael, the Hawk, Harris. One away. Jorge Polanco, the batter. He is 0 for 1 with the strikeout. Batting .147 and a home run, but he's been on the IL for quite some time. Just came off recently. Righty-lefty matchup. Free agent acquisition. We think we've had bad luck with free agency and whatnot. Man, the Mets, everything they touch, they have the opposite of the minus touch recently. Is the first pitch four-seamer. Misses down and in, it's 1-0. And then, of course, Lindor was on the IL for, I believe it was about 2.5 months. The 1-0 pitch, swing, rips it down the first base line, foul. Runner was taken off on the play. Benj had a pretty good jump on that one. One count. Inside splitter. That'll even it up at 2-1. Tyrone Taylor on deck, the 2-1 pitch. Infield back into the right. Double play depth. The pitch swing. That ball's hammered down the right field line, but foul. 2-2. I think more than pitch count is what you're going to be looking from a kid coming off of Tommy John surgery that they have high hopes for. The big thing with AJ is going to be up downs. So even if he's got a low pitch count in the fifth, end of the fifth, they may still pull him. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Pulled the string on that one. That was a beauty. 2 down. 4th strikeout of the day for the SSAJ. One on, 2 outs. The first pitch on the way. Throw goes down to second base. And smoke him if you got him. He got him. Good night, Irene. That was a perfect throw by Bart and a perfect tag by Ozzie. They're seeing if they want to challenge us. I don't know how you do because it's going to be very, very close, and that will end the inning. We'll be back in a flash. Top of the 5th we go here in Braves country.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
The faces from the past. You've walked past them many times, but I don't think you've really looked at them. Go on, lean in. If you listen real close, you can hear them whisper their legacy to you. Listen, you hear it? Seize the day, boys. Hello.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows.
She did not drink the vodka. Because I drank the vodka.
Objection! Please be seated, sir. This is not a courtroom.
Well, I object anyway.
October 11th.
October 11th, October 12th, and 13th, and 14th. I drank all of those days. I drank. I'm drunk now.
I'd rather fight beside you than any army of thousands.
Then take it. It's yours.
Tonight, we are the greatest team in the world. And you were meant to be here tonight. This is your time. Their time is done. It's over. Screw them.
Guys tired?
Go get all sleep I need and I'm dead.
Forget about the crowds, their fancy uniforms, and remember what got you here. Focus on the fundamentals. We've gone over time and time again.
You damn dirty son of a...
I wouldn't make it a habit calling me that, son.
I want you to remember that no bastard ever won it by dying. You won it by making the other poor dumb bastard die.
Well, that was pleasant. Nice of him to stop by, don't you think?
And shepherds we shall be, for thee, my lord, for thee. Power hath descended forth from thy hand, swiftly carry out thy command.
And this crowd's back into it now.
We gotta do something.
Absolutely.
You know what we gotta do? Toga party.
We can't afford to have a toga party.
Toga! 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 Okay? All right! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let me hear it! Let me hear it! Let me hear it!
Welcome back. First pitch to Dubon is right there. First strike. It's 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup. The 0-1. Change up. Bends it down and in. 1-1. Braves nothing. Mets nothing. Top of the 5th inning. The 1-1 pitch. So a 2-1 count. They've gone sweeper, changeup, four-seamer. The 2-1 pitch. Fouls it away. 2-2. Change up. Sean Manaea is at 61 pitches as we begin the 5th inning, so pretty much on pace where he wants to be. The 2-2 pitch. Fouls that away. If nothing else, he's making them work in this. It's going to be the 7th pitch of this at-bat. Miami is the 2-2 down and in. 3-2. The Miami Marlins have tied it up with the Phillies. They've come all the way back to make it 6-6 in the 7th inning. Full count. Ammonai Brazen. Swing. Pops it back foul. And maybe their bullpen was taxed. I don't know what the reasoning for it was. But I noticed that they had left their starter, Sean Manaea, in, and he had given up 4 runs in the 7th inning. I haven't been able to keep up with the entire game, but I kept looking over there. I was like, is that still Manaea? And sure enough, it was. Wouldn't that be something if not only do the Phillies get swept, but if they choke 2 games away, because that game Monday night is the payoff pitch, swing, banged on the ground over to third. That'll be a 5-3. 1 away. That game on Monday night, that was their top-tier closer. And he gave up 3 runs on a 2-run lead in the 9th, lost that one. And they were up 6-0 in this one. I think it was the 4th inning, 3rd or 4th inning, maybe even the 5th before Miami scored. Pitch right there on the outer edge to Austin Riley, 0-1. Riley is literally at the Mendoza line at batting .215. The 0-1 swing and a miss. It's 0-2. That's what people think of the Mendoza line as 200, but Mendoza's lifetime batting average was actually .215. The 0-2 count, swing and a miss, blew it right by him. 2 down, 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. They ought to think about sitting him tonight, honest engine. I know why you wouldn't want to sit him against the lefty, but he's going through it, and you just wonder if you could put Dubon at third, assuming he doesn't need rest. It's the first pitch down and in. It's 1-0. And you could have, if you did that, you could have Mateo play short. You could have Yaz out and left, the 1-0. Misses high, ball 2-2. Sometimes I think it's good for a player to sit and watch a game and think about what's going on. It changes everything as opposed to just running him back out there and hoping he's going to hit his way out of it. We tried it one way, let's try it the other. The 2-0. Off the plate, 3-0. And I do think that there is something, when you see the Braves go through these lulls every year offensively, and all teams go through it to a degree, you'll see these lulls offensively. I do think a lot of it has to do is the 3-0s right down the pipe for a strike, 3-1 to Eli White, who's 1 for 1 on the day. The Braves never give their main core days off. The 3-1 pitch, swing, rolls it foul. And the whole idea when they signed Dubon was that he was going to be the guy that went around the infield and outfield and gave guys a day off. And now that pretty much everybody's back and you can put JJ at short, you can do that with Dubon. And they really ought to think about doing it because you're hitting the dog days of summer right now. The payoff pitch, swing, rolls it up the middle. That's going to be a tough play. Lindor grabs it, fires it first, and the Book of Eli has a second base hit of the day. An infield single for Eli White. And you never know what could happen.
Ground for our sake, both thorns
speed
and
on the base paths
that shall bring forth for us.
I understand that Matt Olson takes pride in never missing a game over the last 4 or 5 years, but I'm not really talking about giving Olson a day off because he plays a less taxing position at first. First pitch down and in, sweeper, and I guess that hit Bart. That must have hit him in the leg. They're sending him down to first. Must have just tagged his leg going by.
What's shaking, man? And what's your name, little boy?
Hit him just above the knee.
Who the hell are you?
Bart. And Acuna has a chance. Put a dent on the scoreboard. Third time through the order. He flew out to right last time. He walked his first time.
Eat my shorts.
He can work his way aboard. Drake is on deck, and the good news is there's 2 outs, so Drake can't hit into another double play. Yeah, that ball just missed the top of his kneecaps. First pitch on the way, outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Lefty-righty matchup. 1-0 count. Infield single and a hit by pitch. They put the runners on. The 1-0. Swing hammered towards left field, but right there is the left fielder making the catch. Taylor, man, that ball was smoked. If it goes into the gap, they're going to clear the bases, but instead, right into the teeth of the defense. We'll be back in a flash. 0-0 your score here in Braves country.
And if I'm such a liar, how come my pants don't ever be on fire? Yeah, exactly.
Dear Apple, at no point will I ever text someone, heal, yeah. Like, that will never come up in a conversation. I will never text that to anyone. So stop autocorrecting hell yeah to heal yeah.
You're 30-something years old and you still listen to music loudly in your car? Yeah! Yeah, I do! I'm trying to tune it all out!
There are 2 types of night shifters. You have those who burn themselves to the ground and just run on adrenaline all the time, and then you have those who have somewhat of a structure and use the little bit of energy that they have. Either way, you're
I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. You got to be a strong, grown individual to have your bills on auto pay.
Listen, Lowe's and Home Depot, you need to put food courts in your stores, okay? Because I be coming up in here in the middle of a project, I'm hungry. So then I gotta go run and get something, and then I have to go run somewhere else to get different food. Let's put a cafeteria. Do you know how happy all of these workers would be too? Hello?
Even though he was having fun making all of those commercials,
Who in the heck is this guy, Phil Mike?
I know it was tough for him to be away from the Yankees, but he stood firm, and as always, Grammy Carmen stood right there by his side. She was his rock.
She still had a big crush on him. You could see it. They were so cute together.
When someone asked him about Carmen, another yogiism was born. He said, "We have a good time together, even when we're not together."
I bet that made sense to you, huh?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I know exactly what it means. It means he's happy to be away from me for a little while, but he can't wait until he gets home.
The best thing about having Grandpa around was that he was able to spend more time with his family. I'm the oldest of his 11 grandkids, and I know I speak for all of us when I say we'll cherish those years we had with him for the rest of our lives.
A.J. Smith-Shawver, 58 pitches in. He'll start the 5th inning. And unless it's an extremely quick inning, I don't believe they'll try to push him to 6. It'd be fun to watch, but you know they're going to have kid gloves on someone coming off the Tommy John. Righty-righty matchup to start the inning. That's the first pitch, down and away. Tyrone Taylor. It's 1-0. And 1-0. Outside wide 2. 2-0 count. The Reno. The 3-0 pitch. High and out of the zone, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to start the bottom of the 5th. Trouble of brewing for A.J. Smith-Shawver. He's got Brett Beatty coming to the plate, and then the number 9 hitter, Alvarez. My other question would be, would they let him go through the order a third time? And you got Dylan Dodd warming up in the pen. The first pitch is a splitter outside wide. It's 0-1. And the reason why that's relevant is A.J. Ewing is a left-hander. He is the leadoff guy today, the 0-1. Swing, fouls it back. It's 0-2. Love a double play right here. But even if you get a strikeout, Alvarez standing on deck, he has that double play kind of speed. Don't all catchers. That's why we've seen Drake bang into a couple today. The 0-2. Ripped down the right field line, and it is foul, just foul. That ball just a little too high in the zone, right in his wheelhouse, just couldn't keep it straight. The 0-2 count. Infield back and to the right. Double play, Death Riley essentially playing the shortstop position. The 0-2. Swing smoked into right field, and that's through for a base hit. And runner from first heads down to third, and they got runners on the corners and nobody out to start the inning. Took a weird, I'll have to see the replay on that happened so quickly. Here comes the replay. It did go off of Olsen's glove. I thought it did, but by the time the camera panned over there, you couldn't see it. Olsen, it hit the top of his glove off to the side. If he catches that, it's going to be a bang-bang double play. I thought that's what happened because you could see an arc, and I was like, how did that happen? But I didn't want to misspeak because the camera did not focus in over there until after the ball was heading to right field. So it will be a base hit regardless. And Diddy's now warming up in the pen. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch to Alvarez. Swing. Lifted. Back out of play. It's 0-1. 0-0 your score. So the go-ahead run is at third with nobody out. The Braves are playing for a double play, trying to stay out of the big inning. The 0-1. Swing. Lifted out to left center field. That's off the wall, and that's going to score a run. It's going to be an RBI double. The throw comes into second base, but not in time. And 1-0 your score, New York. That pitch just drifted inside. They were shooting for the outer part of the plate. And that looked like his splitter that didn't split, and it just kind of creeped back in as Hefner's coming out there to talk to him. Thought they might be coming out here to pull him, but this might just be a tactic to buy some time for Diddy as Francisco Lindor stands on deck. There's still nobody out. Could use a strikeout. You get a strikeout, you could in theory then walk Lindor to set up the double play and bring Fuentes in against Bo Bichette. But before we put the cart before the horse, first pitch on the way, swing lifted into center field, coming in. Money Mike's got it. Fires the ball in the infield. Taylor coming home. The throw just misses him. Head first slide, and the Mets lead it 2-0. Good throw by Michael. Tyrone Taylor's got very good speed. He's in left today, but he has played center field off and on the majority of his career. Good slide there by Beatty. And that is going to be it for A.J. Smith-Shawver. So all in all, a good start by A.J. He probably feels like he should be left in, but the SSAJ came in 4 2/3, giving up just 2 runs. All in all, not a bad outing for his first time back since Tommy John. We'll be back in a flash. Atlanta Braves trail 2-0. A.J. Smith-Shawver finishes with 4 strikeouts, 4 hits allowed, 2 earned runs. He is responsible for the man at third. And Diddy Fuentes is coming in to try to clean up the mess. The first pitch on the way, 4-seam fastball. High and out of the zone, it's 1-0. Outside high. Ball 2-0. Diddy Fuentes. .7 ERA in 43 innings this year. That ball misses 3-0. 3-0 count to Lindor. I mean, at this point, I would seriously consider just putting him on. You don't want to try to thread the needle against this guy. He's been red hot. The 3-0. Taking the 4-seamer all the way. That's a little surprising because Honest Engine, as hot as he's been, I'm surprised he didn't have the green light. The Miami Marlins have taken an 8-6 lead over the Phillies. They have come back from a 6-0 deficit, and they're in the bottom of the 8th in Miami. The 3-1 misses outside, ball 4. So we'll head on down to first. Chris Sale on the mound tonight, so even if you don't rally to win this game, you could still wake up tomorrow morning 6.5 in front of the Phillies if the score in Miami holds. Righty-righty matchup, Bo Bichette. First pitch swinging, pop up. Back behind first, excuse me. And Matt Olson is theirs too now, but there's a long way to go in this one. Obviously, a 2-run deficit is nothing for this offense and the third best bullpen in baseball. just another short outing by the starting pitching, but I'm not going to judge A.J. Smith-Shawver on his first start since Tommy John. I mean, I thought he did a great job. We probably tried to squeeze a little too much out of him, but he only threw 69 pitches. It wasn't a high pitch count. First pitch, four-seamer. Grabs the outer edge. It's 0-1. Carson Benj, the batter. And as you watch that inning unfold, you could tell he was missing his spots. That's usually just from being tired. I'm sure a lot of it has to do with adrenaline get you through the first. His fastball, as that pitch makes it 1-1. His fastball in the first inning, which normally takes you an inning or so to warm up, his fastball averaged 98 miles an hour in the first inning. The 1-1, right there at the knees. And they're going to challenge us. They're calling it 2-1, but that looked like a strike. I think it's going to be a good challenge by Joey Bart, and it is. So 2-1 goes to 1-2. That's not nothing. A 1-2 count. Brings it. Swing and a miss. Strike three. So we'll go to the top of the sixth, trailing by only a bloop and a blast. Back in a flash here on Braves Country.
The Americans are at it again, dyeing the river green. I still can't believe that America is actually in real life. Like, America is a place that you can actually go. Some people live there. I'm confident that can't be true. This is just attention seeking now. Do you know what we do in Ireland for St. Patrick's Day? We wear a green t-shirt. That's it. And we drink a lot, but that doesn't really differentiate it from other days. I get it. You're Irish. You don't need to be so aggressive with it. Subtle Irishness is so much sexier. Look at Paul Mescal. He's so undercover as an Irishman, he's not even ugly. If you really want to honour St. Patrick, throw a load of snakes in the water. See how you enjoy that authenticity.
Susan called me and said that George is willing to come to the Yogi Berra Museum, look at Yogi in the eye, shake his hand, and say that I made a mistake and I apologize. He said, like hell, he goes, I don't want him in our museum, and I don't want him here. I ain't going back.
So that night comes, and I'm there, and I'm pacing around, and I remember Tim Berra saying to me, Susan, why are you standing behind a pillar? And I said, I'm just thinking about my career going up in smoke if this doesn't work. Yogi went to the door and let George in, and there's George, and Yogi says, you're late. George said, I'm not late. And then they went into a room and had their chat. They started yelling. I heard George yelling, and I saw Carm go in the room. And all of a sudden the voices stopped. She wanted this reconciliation, and she wasn't going to let somebody's ego get in the way.
He said, Yogi, I just want to tell you that I know I've made a lot of mistakes in baseball, and letting you go in that manner was one of them. And Yogi said, that's all right, George. I've made a lot of mistakes in baseball, too. So let's make up and be friends.
Mr. Steinbrenner, you remember Mr. Berra. Mr. Yes. Berra, you remember Mr. Steinbrenner.
Lefty-lefty matchup. Drake Baldwin, the batter. First pitch down and in, it's 1-0. 1-0. Sinker misses, ball 2-0. Back in the complete game days. Yes, Big Truck. They just didn't throw as hard as they do nowadays. Maddox is a perfect example. The 2-0 pitch, swing, lifted. High and deep into left field, going back on the track, and that ball's going to get off the wall. That ball's going to get down where the green grass grows. Here comes Drake Baldwin around first, heading to second, and your Atlanta Braves have this thing we like to call a leadoff double.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Rules the Drake.
The Drake is good.
Drake is good. Hard hit ball off the wall, kept carrying. I thought he was going to have a chance to maybe get out. Taylor got turned around, then he had to find his bearings. By the time he looked back up, the ball just missed his glove. It's kind of fortunate he didn't get injured on that play. His hand bent backwards. First pitch swinging by Matt Olson. He's a sweeper down the first baseline. It's 0-1. But yeah, so Maddox is a perfect example. Maddox didn't have any kind of heat. And the big disparity between him and today's pitching is the velocity is unreal. Is the 0-1, out and away 1-1. But Maddox hit his spots, and he was the best pitcher I've ever seen as far as a true pitcher, a guy that hit his spots in and out. As Stuart Scott famously said after he hit a batter and said it was an accident, that he just didn't have the control, is the 1-1 outside wide 2-1. Stuart Scott famously said on Sports, that I'll never forget, he said, this is from a guy that most people believe can hit a changeup, can hit a fly on the wall with a changeup. And that's just the difference in the game. The 2-1 count to Olson. Swing belted. High and deep. Going back. On the track. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Good God Almighty, there's a potty in here!
Hello from Plank Road Field.
2-2!
Smooth as it gets.
Ice House. Always smooth, never watered down.
We must win today. Losing is not an option.
So the game is all tied up now after a double and a home run. First pitch swinging by Ozzie Albies is a pop-up. One pitch, one out, one pitch Ozzie. F9 your scorecard, one away. Braves 2, Mets 2. And Mauricio Dubon coming to the plate. Harris coming to the plate. First pitch on the way to Harris is chopped on the ground. He's one pitch, one out, two down. That's going to be a 6-3 put out. And just like that, that's a good way to kill a rally. Swing at the next two pitches and bang them into outs. He had Minaya on the ropes, and now has a chance to get out of this inning fairly quickly. See if Dubon has anything to say about it. Lefty-righty matchup, first pitch, four-seamer, misses outside, it's 1-0. That's something that needs to be addressed just as a whole, as an organization, as a team in whole, though, is that there needs to be more of a baseball IQ going on as the 1-0 swing and a miss 1-1. You just got to tell the guys, look, if some clown right in front of you swings at the first pitch, it's an out, you can't be swinging at the next pitch. 1-1. Swing lifted. High into left field. And not very deep, coming in, making the catch, and that'll end the inning. But not before Matt Olson. And your Atlanta Braves put 2 on the board. We were down 2-0. Oh, ho, hum. Now we're back in it, baby.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
Did you know that beer is considered the safest beverage in human history? Historically, beer was often safer to drink than water itself. When medieval water supplies were contaminated with bacteria, before they knew anything about microbial contamination, beer was sort of a go-to beverage because it wouldn't kill you. This is because beer has a built-in chemical safety net that prevents pathogens from growing in it. And that safety net is the alcohol. As long as the beer is over 2 or 3% alcohol by volume, it's considered inherently food safe.
So I'm in Publix, and it's Women's Day. Anybody else see the irony that it's Women's Day and all the cleaning products are 50% off?
But it wasn't just his grandkids who needed him. His boys needed him too.
82, 83, and 84, I was one of the best shortstops in the National League. I should have got better every year. And it was during those years where I started to use cocaine. And I started to miss too much sleep.
There was more testimony about big league drug abuse and more players implicated at the baseball cocaine trial in Pittsburgh Monday.
Dale Berra said he used cocaine in the major leagues, in the minors, even in spring training.
Barra said he bought cocaine from Curtis Strong. He shared cocaine with other pirates. He also said he got cocaine from the man inside this uniform, the Pittsburgh Parrot.
Yankee manager Billy Martin says he's the one who warned Yogi of Dale's drug use.
Reached at home, Yogi had no comment.
I knew something was going to change, and I knew something was different the second he said, "Get on up here." And when I went up to the house, I saw my brother's cars out in front.
Oh, yeah. It was a tough time for my dad. I felt bad for my dad for him, but he handled it really well.
It was hard. I mean, but it had to be done. We had to finally, because he might have died. He might have killed himself.
I hate when my brain just start making up stuff. It's like, we've been doing good. Why would you tell me that?
Victor Medeiros coming on in a 2-2 ball game. Bottom of the sixth we go. Medeiros, the right-hander, brings it. The first pitch is a cutter at the knees to Young. It's 0-1. 2 runs, 5 hits, and an error for Atlanta. 2 runs, 4 hits, and an error for the Mets. The Marlins have completed that sweep we've been talking about. Phillies choked off a 6-0 lead in that game early on and never scored another run and couldn't stop Miami. As the 0-1 fouls it back, it's 0-2. That's got to put a pep in your step. The 0-2. Swing, rolls it on the ground and through the hole. Mauricio Dubon trying to make the sliding grab out there. We're trying to avoid the umpire. And it'll be a single. A seeing eye single through the infield. 1 on, nobody out here to start the inning. First pitch on the way. Outside wide, it's 1-0. 1-0. Chops a bunt down. Medeiros has it, grabs it to first, and he'll make the easy play. Smart play. So runner at second with 1 out. First pitch, 4-seamer. Misses high and out of the zone to Tyrone Taylor. It's 1-0. Four-seamer. 2-0. 2-0 count. Here's action in the Braves bullpen as the 2-0 pitch. Out and away, 3-0. Pitch. Outside wide ball. No, they did call that a strike. He took a long time to indicate that was a strike, and it was off the plate. So a 3-1 count. Swing and a miss cutter. And it's a full count. Pitch on the way, cutter. Fouls that away. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. Big strike out there by Medeiros. Came in with the heat, the high heat. You talk about a pitch that was moving. It kept climbing up the ladder and just got above the letters. Man, Weiss is going for it. Dylan Dodd is coming out of the pen now. And we'll be back in a flash. Medeiros did his job. Time for Dodd to do his. Dylan Dodd, the batter lefty-righty matchup. Runner at second, one out as Marcus Simeon's coming in to face Brett Beatty. The first pitch is up and in. For a strike, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. 0-2. The 0-2 from Dodd. One and two. Braves 2, Mets 2. Bottom of the sixth. Game 1 of the doubleheader. The 1-2 pitch. Swing, fouls it back. Out of play. The 1-2 pitch. Inside misses. That'll even up the count at 2-2. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike three, and Dylan Dodd gets us out of it. We go to the top of the seventh. It's 2-2 here in New York City.
Sold his bike for $10 to a crackhead.
No, I did not. I sold it for $50.
Where's the $50 at?
He said he's gonna give it to me tomorrow.
Nobody really prepares you for the fact that there will be a day in your adult life where you wake up a little tired and then, just stay that way, like forever.
Remember when you could just turn on the TV and, watch TV? Now it's like you deciding what streaming service you want to waste the next 20 minutes of your life scrolling through to not find a single thing to watch. And then people wonder why things like TikTok are so popular. It's because, you watch one video, then they give you 100 hours of exactly what you want to watch. Then you go on Netflix, and it's like, well, we saw you watch Halloween 3. You may also like Love is Blind. You're like, what?
So it's over. It's over. Yeah, it's behind us. In the words of Yogi Berra, it ain't over till it's over, but apparently it is.
Yes, sir. It finally happened after nearly 14 years. Yogi and George together again. But now he'll be back.
Welcome back to Yankee Stadium. The pregame ceremonies are about ready to begin here on Yogi Berra Day.
Ladies and gentlemen, Yogi! And Yogi Berra is back.
And this is going to be a special treat, Tim, because it looks like Yogi Berra is coming out, and Don Larson is going out, and Larson will throw out the first pitch of this game in commemoration of 1956, when Larson pitched this perfect game, the only one ever pitched in World Series history. Hello. Go out there, Yogi. Go out there and jump on him. Go ahead. No,
I said, do you want to catch the first pitch with the little glove? And he's like, no way, that's too small. And I said, well, would you bless my glove today? So I gave him my glove. He caught the first pitch.
Perfect. Perfect. It is absolutely perfect. And it has been a perfect day today.
Welcome back. Oscar Brazaban coming on, 2.66 ERA. 2-2 your score. It'll be Austin Riley, Eli White, and Joey Bart. Due up, though they may make some pinch hits. This is the first pitch on the way. Sinker. Down the line, foul. It's 0-1. Typically, Eli does not bat against right-handers. The 0-1 count. Cutter misses 1-1. One pop-up, can of corn over by first, won't get out of the infield. And on the infield grass, Young making the easy catch, and there's one down. So Riley down once again, batting .214 on the year. Mike Yastrzemski, the batter. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch swinging, fouls it back. It's 1-1. The 0-1. Changeup misses, 1-1. Brazaban fires the four-seamer outside wide. Braves 2, Mets 2. Top of the seventh inning. Down and away. And it's a full count. On deck is Joey Bart. The payoff pitch. Swing, pop up. Down the line into shallow right field. Easily caught by Simeon. 2 down. 2 quick outs and Joey Bart, the batter. Righty-righty matchup. The infield back into the left. First pitch on the way. Smacks the black on the outer edge on 1, the 0-1. Swing. Pop up. Shallow right field. And another easy catch by Simeon out there. Open glove over the shoulder, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Time to get up and stretch. 2-2 your score here in New York. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning, and it'll be Dylan Dodd back out there to face Alvarez, Ewing, and Lindor. First pitch on the way is fouled back by Alvarez. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Alvarez 1 for 2 with the double his last time up. Pitch misses. Up high. Infield playing back into the left. And it's 2-2. The 2-2 count. Dodd bringing it. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And there's one away. So if you look at the way they laid this game out with Sale on the mound tonight, they're going to try to get 7 innings out of Sale tonight. Normally that's not really the goal, but you got a doubleheader like this, and they went to the bullpen pretty quickly. I'm sure they had this mapped out going into the game. First pitch upstairs, swung on, fouled back by A.J. Ewing. It's 0-1. But if you save, depends on how it plays out here. You're looking at some of the back end guys. You're going to want to try to save for tonight as the 0-1 misses high. Did he go around? He did not. 1-1. Used to, you would see a reliever pitch twice in a doubleheader, but you don't see that hardly ever anymore. There's a 1-1 pitch down and away, 2-1. So if you're trying to get that win with Sale on the mound tonight, means eyeglasses, depending on how this game plays out the next few innings, if you deploy him now, you won't have him for tonight, is the 2-1 inside, 3-1. And it's funny, so everybody has assumed that Grant Holmes is going to pitch tomorrow, he's going to get the start, but I wonder if they may think about using him. Is it 3-1, fouls it back, full count. And you could make moves at the end of this game and send guys down, but I just hate when they do that if you don't have access to a good pitcher for 10 to 15 days. 3-2 down and away, ball 4, and Dodd has walked the leadoff man, A.J. Ewing, with 1 out. And the number 2 hitter, Francisco Lindor, is coming to the plate. And so far, so good against Lindor today. He's 0 for 2. He does have a walk. Last night, rained out last night. Monday night, he was scorching hot. First pitch, right down the pipe for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 count. Turns and kicks. Four-seamer misses high, 1-1. Infield back into the left, double play, depth, outfield deep and straight away. 1-1. Fires it straight back, 1-2. Luke Weaver, the right-hander, is warmed up in the pen for the Mets. It looks like that's the route they're going in the top of the 8th, whether they have the lead or not. The 1-2. Dylan Dodd pitched 21 of the outing and high and out of the zone. 2-2. On deck is Bichette. In the hole is Benj. The 2-2. Swing. Chops it off his instep. Do it again. Got the Baltimore-Detroit game on in the background. And some lady had, I'm assuming she had it made, but it's a pretty funny hat. Huge letters in red, white, and blue. It says, It's a bad day to be a hot dog. She's sitting in the stands there at the game. Two count. They're giving Bart and Lindor a little extra time to get back settled. As that ball got, I think it got a piece of both of them. Toronto has a 2-1 lead over Washington in the 7th. The 2-2 pitch in the dirt, 3-2. Braves came into today. Here's the 3-2. Swing, fouls it back. We'll do it again. Braves came into today 6 games in front of Philadelphia. The Phillies have already lost. They are now 6.5 behind Atlanta. Miami stays 8.5, and Washington is sitting at 8. We will see Washington for a 4-game series this weekend. Payoff pitch, inside, ball 4. So he heads down to first. And Bo Bichette comes to the plate. Double play could get you out of this mess, but it is a mess. First and second, 1 out. Hefner out there to talk to Dylan Dodd. Oh, you got to be... Oh. Danny Young is warming up in the pen. You know, in a doubleheader, if you're going to have any chance of winning both games, you're going to get some dose of Young. You're going to see Kinley. It just depends on how they mix it in. Thankfully, you won't see Connor Thomas. He's no longer on the roster. Bo Bichette, the batter. First pitch on the way upstairs for a strike. It's 0-1. Braves 2, Mets 2, bottom of the 7th. The 0-1. Brings it. Fouls it straight back. 0-2. The 0-2 count. Swing! Punches it back foul. Game 2 of this doubleheader. Game 3 of the series. The final game of the series tonight at 7:10. Chris Sale versus Christian Scott. The 0-2 pitch, swing lifted. Out to right field, drifting back. Making the catch is Acuna. He'll fire it back into the infield, and there's 2 down. Runner at second makes it down to third with 2 away. So runners on the corners and 2 outs. Good speed there at third base with Ewing. So any kind of a wild pitch or whatnot would probably score him. Big at bat here as Carson Benj comes to the plate, lefty-lefty. He is 1 for 3 with a single back in the 4th. He's also struck out and grounded to second. Young standing on deck. He is a left-hander, as is Polanco. And that's why you've got the left-hander Young warming up in the pen. Dylan Dodd brings it. First pitch upstairs, misses high. It's 1-0. But that's the danger that you ran bringing a guy back who was first game back from Tommy John in a doubleheader. You knew there was a high likeliness that he wasn't going to go very deep into the game, and you're going to have to cover those innings. The 1-0 swing and a miss 1-1. The good news is you have Chris Sale, who normally goes 6, normally goes 7. He's going tonight, and that can help pad that out, but it's baseball, and you can't just assume it. The 1-1 misses high, 2-1. Still 2-1 in the bottom of the 7th. Blue Jays and Nationals. Toronto with the lead. 7-5 in Detroit. The Tigers lead the Orioles. They're in the bottom of the 7th. All the other games are later today. A couple late afternoon games. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 94 bringing it on the outer edge, and it's a 2-2 count. So Deuces Wild, 2 on, 2 out, a 2-2 count. The game is 2-2. Dylan trying to get it to the 8th inning. The 2-2 pitch, swing ripped into right field, and that's trouble. Down for a base hit, up against the wall. Acuna gets it, flips it into Olsen. Olsen grabs it, and he'll hold on to the ball, but the Mets have a 3-2 lead. Really thought they were going to go with the bender on the outside part of the plate. They tried to challenge him with the fastball, and he did not miss it. So 3-2 your score. And we've got Young. And they'll hit Young on the arm, and Young heads to first, and the bases are now loaded. 2 outs and Jorge Polanco. And that's going to be it for Dodd. Here comes Weiss. 35 pitches in, probably held him out one batter too long, but you understood why Weiss was trying to get through it with Dodd. Well, bases are loaded. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and here comes Danny Young when we return. Welcome back. Braves trail 3-2. Danny Young coming to the plate, and they are going to pinch hit. Polanco is the first pitch on the way. Oh, excuse me, that is Polanco still in. I thought they had pinch hit for him. Lefty-righty matchup. The 0-1 from Young. Brings it. Swing, chopper on the ground. First base side, just foul. That would have gotten us out of the inning. Mets 3, Braves 2, bottom of the 7th. The 0-2. Down and in. 1-2. What's kind of a mess is that after this, it's 3 right-handers due up. So I guess they're just bringing Young in for the one. Caught looking, strike 3, punched him out. Good job by Danny Young, get us out of the jam. That'll be interesting that they go back to him. We trail by 1. Back in a flash. 8th inning we go.
106 miles to Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
I need a drink.
When buying a beer, buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Have dinner, buddy.
Put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer. Salad.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to.
This stinks!
Pretty soon we're going to be communist country.
This is total BS!
Oh, yeah. For me and the Lord. You gotta understand it. We're on a mission for God.
I'm on the radio every day!
If you want to stop me, you're going to have to kill me!
And you, music lover, you're next.
You're so drunk you can't hit nothing. In fact, you've probably seen a couple.
I have 2 guns, one for each of you.
Coming on to face the Braves, top of the order. Ronald Acuna Jr. will lead us off. He'll be followed by Drake Baldwin and then Matt Olson. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch takes a swing and a pitch in the dirt. It's 0-1. One. Upstairs. They want to challenge us. I don't think he's going to get this. That looked like it was out of the zone, but we'll see. And it is.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Righty-righty matchup. The 1-1 pitch to Acuna, swing. Rolls it on the ground over towards third, but foul. 1-2. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, just chased it well off the plate, nowhere near the zone. One away. That was just a terrible at bat. Drake Baldwin comes to the plate. First pitch, righty-lefty matchup is a strike on the outer edge at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing, lifted towards right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And it's a one-out single for your Atlanta Braves.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
One on, one out. And Ozzie Albies, the batter, he has done absolutely nothing today. So he is due, if anybody is. Matt Olson, the batter. Ozzie Albies is on deck. Righty-lefty matchup, first pitch swung on, fouls it back and away. It's 0-1. Olson hit a 2-run homer, the only runs for the Braves today. His last time up. He's also struck out twice. Ozzie on deck. Ozzie has seen 4 pitches and gotten 3 outs. The 0-1 pitch. Inside, 1-1. We often see Ozzie Albies, once you get in the later innings, he normally gives you a better at bat. And maybe from the left side, it'll give you a true at bat. Sometimes he gets on that right side, he's just swinging for the fences. The 1-1 to Olson. Below the knees. 2-1. Torrens thought about challenging that one too. He had his hand up much like Matt Olson had his hand up, like he wanted to tap his helmet, and he thought better of it. That pitch did look like it was just a touchdown. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Filthy sinker. 2-2. Ozzie on deck. If they can keep the line moving, Michael Harris is in the hole. Good news you see on this, because they're deploying him now, you won't see Weaver tonight. If they get the lead here in the 9th, you won't see Williams tonight. The 2-2 outside wide, 3-2. What would be great is if you can get through their stoppers and then get the lead in the 9th tonight, they won't chase it. Not a team that came in 17.5 out of first place. Quick flip over to first. Drake back in time. So a full count. 3-2 count. 3-2 your score. Payoff pitch. Swing. Chopper back up the middle. And that's going to be an easy 6-3 inning-ending, rally-killing double play. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. The Braves still trail by 1. Here in New York, game 1 of the double dip.
If anybody needs me, I'm going to be in Wishabitch Woods, wishing a wood all week long.
Women can't make machine gun noises with their mouth.
Gratata, gratata, boom, 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 skitty, boom, 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 ba 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 ba.
I'm drinking cherry Coke right now, and I'm pissed, dude, because apparently Dr. Pepper at my gas station's out. And then I was asking about it, and they said apparently we're out of there's a Dr. Pepper shortage. Dude, they're not the only one that's out. Everybody's out. Dude, there's a Dr. Pepper shortage, and nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about how there's a Dr. Pepper shortage. All the things that are going on right now, this is like one of the top things. This is one of the top things. They got me drinking cherry Coke out here. That's like my third best. It's Dr. Pepper over everything, baby. And nobody's freaking talking about it, dude. Like nobody, this is like they're keeping it a secret. The news isn't covering it. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't even seen that as a zine. You know, I'm hearing it from people on site in the building talking about Dr. Pepper shortage. Dude, something's got to be stopped. Dude, something's got to be changed. We got this. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to keep going like this, dude.
It's not just a famous call. It's, you might say, over the top. I mean, it was an over the top moment, right? But clearly gets carried away. He's clearly overjoyed for the Giants. That's the team he broadcasts for. And that's just not Red's style. And that call became so famous in part because a Giants fan in Brooklyn had to go to work and he asked his mother to tape record broadcasts. Found that out later on. He paid the guy $10 for it, and Chesterfield actually put out an album. Grew enormous, but for Red, it was a little too enthusiastic.
3-2 your score, bottom of the 8th. Atlanta Braves are bringing on Tyler Kinley to keep it right there. Righty-righty matchup. We start the inning, and Kinley fires a pitch in. Tyrone Taylor misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Outside, 1-1. One count. Devin Williams is warming up in the pen for the Mets. So once again, and that's why it's so difficult to win a doubleheader in Major League Baseball nowadays. The pitch just strike grabs the bottom of the zone, 1-2. If the Mets do hold on and win this game, they're not going to have the back of their bullpen available for game 2. The 1-2 pitch. Down and away. 2-2. Lifted. High and deep into center field, going back near the warning track, making the catch for a loud out number 1. Here to start the 8th. Righty-righty matchup, first pitch. Marcus Semien, the batter. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Check swing and a miss. 1-1. One from Kinley is swung on and fouled straight back. He's gone curveball, slider. 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for Atlanta. 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Mets. Game 2 of a 3-game set here in New York. 1-2, swing lifted into Left field making the slide and catch out there is the Yaz. 2 down. Good sliding catch out there by Yastrzemski. With that loss by the Phillies today, the Braves' magic number is now 49. It's about 50 games to go. Guess it's more like 56 games to go, counting this one. First pitch on the way, down and away. It's 1-0. If you don't know how that works on the magic numbers, the team closest to you, the combination of their losses and your wins gets you to the division title. The 1-0 pitch, check swing. Did he go around? He did. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Game 2 of this will be at 6:45 when we come on the air tonight. We're going to bring you Andrew Jones's Hall of Fame speech. We played Carlos Beltran's at the top of the show today. It's the 1-2 down and away 2-2. And I think we'll probably give you Jeff Kent's on Thursday pregame to get you ready for the Braves versus Nationals. Just in case anybody hasn't caught those speeches, they're well worth listening to. The 2-2. Swing, pop up. Back out of play, and it's a 2-2 count once again to Alvarez. Top of the order is looming on deck, so Kenley would love to get out of this. And the Braves, who have now used 6 pitchers today, would too. The 2-2 swing. Hard hit ball on the ground, but it's right at Dubon. He'll flip it to Olsen. And we'll go to the 9th and see if there's any magic in that old black hat we found. We'll be back in a flash, trailing by 1 here in New York City.
We're a team. One person struggles, we all struggle. One player triumphs, we all triumph.
Well, since when are you the quitting kind?
I don't know. I just don't see the point anymore.
Want to talk about our opponent? In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself.
They're bigger, faster, stronger, and on paper, they're just better, and they know it too. But I want to tell you something that they don't know. They don't know your heart. I do. I've seen it. You have shown it to me. You have shown yourselves just exactly who you are. When you take that field, you've got to lay that heart on the line. From the soles of your feet, with every ounce of blood you've got, lay it on the line, and if you do that, you cannot lose. We cannot be defeated. How you play today, from this moment on, is how you will be remembered.
Hey! What's this lying around? Well, what was supposed to do, you moron?
What? Over? Did you say over? Where's the spirit? Where's the guts? Huh? Oh, we're afraid to go with you. We might get in trouble. Well, just kiss my from now on! Not me! I'm not gonna take this!
This is your opportunity to rise from these ashes and grab glory.
Nothing is over until we decide it is! Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no! And it ain't over now! Because when the going gets tough, the tough get going! Who's with me?
Could fight him with conventional weapons. That could take years. I think we have to go all out.
Want to talk about our opponent?
He's a dead man!
This situation absolutely requires
our opponent.
Dead!
A really futile and stupid gesture be done on somebody's part.
Our opponent.
Dead!
We're just the guys to do it.
Let's go! Go!
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Excuse me. Gotta take my first step toward the Hall of Fame.
And this crowd's back into it now.
Personally, I think we got hosed on that call.
Welcome back. Righty-lefty matchup. Devin Williams, the pitcher. Ozzie Albies, the batter. The Braves trail by 1. First pitch upstairs. Misses high. It's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Right by him. 1-1. One count. Swing, rips it down the line, foul. 1-2. That's just baseball, Charlie. What you're talking about? That's every team, major leagues. They can all tell you the tales of the bad teams that have given them fits. Case in point, the Phillies just got swept by the Marlins, who were coming off a 12-game losing streak. The 1-2 count. Swing, pop up. It's going to be an F4 in your scorecard as Simeon makes the catch. 1 away. Michael Harris II, the batter. First pitch on the way is off the plate wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Harris 0 for 2 on the day. 1-0 misses high to him. Baseball is a very hard game. If it was easy, everybody would do it. Nobody would watch it. Instead, very few can do it, and we all watch. The 2-0 pitch. Swing, pop up. Down the left field line, giving chase, and underneath it is Taylor, and the Braves are down to their last out. So the last chance for the Braves is going to be Mauricio Dubon, who's 0 for 3 on the day. Baldwin had 2 hits. Olsen 1, the home run. Eli 2. Bart 1. Everybody else is 0 for. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch swinging. It's 0-1. Game 2 tonight will come on there at 6:45. For sale day, the 0-1 pitch fouls it back. It's 0-2. But as the calendar gets deeper, we get close to that trading deadline. It's only a handful of days now. Anthopoulos has no excuses not to quote-unquote go for it. This team has a 6.5 game lead in the division. 6 if they lose this one. It's the 0-2 off the plate, 1-2. Braves down to the last strike. So worst case scenario, you're going into that trade deadline on Monday in first place, no matter the number. 1-2 pitch outside wide, 2-2. If you're in first place in your division at the trade deadline, there's no excuse not to go for it. So if he tells us all this nonsense about, well, we saw this and we saw that, we didn't want to do this, then it's more nonsense. The 2-2 swing fouls it away. Austin Riley stands on deck. He's going to have to get on. He's going to have to get to the plate there. Relentless. The 2-2 swing lifted into center field, and that's down for a base hit. And who knows if that might wake this team up.
Pardon me.
Austin Riley coming to the plate.
But of course.
Mateo's going to come out there and run for Dubon. Eli, the 2 fastest guys on the team, so they'll switch places. And of course, if this game does go to extra, you can leave Mateo into play short So Austin Riley struck out 2 times and a pop-up in the infield. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch, swing. Fouls off the 95-mile-an-hour four-seamer. Back out of play, it's 0-1. But all would be forgotten if he goes gonzo right here and slaps one over the wall. Or even if he knocks one into the gap and ties the game. The 0-1 count. The question would be, if we're not leading, if we're tied, how aggressive is Weiss? Because extra innings in a doubleheader is a nightmare for him right now, if you want to be honest. He either wants to win this thing, as the runner takes off, throw goes down to second base, and they get him. Looks like they got him. Mateo believes he's under the tag, so we'll probably get a challenge regardless, because you're talking about the end of the game. Why wouldn't you challenge it? Weiss stops them real quick and says he wants to challenge it. I mean, you're going to want to challenge it regardless. It does look like he's safe, by the way. They're showing the replay. I've seen 2 replays, one on the Mets vision and the Braves vision right after it. The one that the Braves vision first showed doesn't look definitive, but the second one looks pretty good. It's the first one that was shown on the Mets vision, and they have not shown that one yet, again, on the Mets. They don't want you to know his arm. So they had a view that was up the line. I don't see it on the Braves. They have a view that is up the line behind the runner and close up, and his hand hits the bag in plenty of time, and then they tag him on the elbow. I think this gets. In fact, they just showed it on their big screen in New York. I don't know why the Braves aren't showing that. They obviously have it available for him. And he is safe, so don't go anywhere. Not over yet.
I feel the need for speed.
So 2 outs. Austin Riley. One count. Pitch on the way is swung on and chopped foul, and the Braves are down to their last strike once again. 1-2 count. Excellent speed at second, so anything that gets down would score. We'll go ahead and pull the stream back in case there is a play at the plate. The 1-2. Swing, just got a piece of that. I mean, just stayed alive. We'll do it again. You're hoping for a mistake here, and Riley can cash in. He's looking for his first hit on the day. It feels like he's looking for his first hit of the season. It has been rough. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. That'll end the game. Austin Riley 0 for 4. And his batting average goes to .213. Braves lose a tough one, 3-2. Just didn't get any offense. A good outing by Sean Manaea for sure. But they did not take advantage of any of the opportunities that they did have. Few opportunities they have. But the Mets did burn their pitchers back into the bullpen.
1, we tried hard. And 2, we're still dear friends.
This sucks. It's horse. But I'm too polite to say anything because I'm a class act.
There isn't anything to do. We're done. We're licked. What do they do to us? Right now, we're caught as we're wanted. If it's amusement you're after, I guess the game's up. Then it's all over with.
Oh, what a loser!
So goodbye, everybody. And remember, please, for the next day or so, the terrible lesson you learned tonight.
Oh, no! We suck again!
The Mets did burn the back end of their bullpen. They will not have Brazoban, Weaver, and Williams available. So that is a plus. It sucks that we lost the game, no lie, but we do have Chris Sale. If you can split the doubleheader, that's all you can ask for. And evidently we're going to have a Uncle Charlie sighting tonight in the middle of the second inning. So we look forward to that as well. We will see you tonight. And Scotty B with the MVP. Thanks for chipping in and supporting Braves Country Radio. Remember, our Cash App is BCRadio. We'll see you tonight. Hopefully, we'll bounce back. Get her done. Man, you look at that. They just showed the replay. I kind of forgot about it. That ball that got bops off the glove of Olsen. If he grabs that ball, much different ball game. Sale versus the Christian Scott Paper Company tonight here in Braves Country. Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with 1 inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo, while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude, grim, melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted, and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second, and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer curled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. "That ain't my style," said Casey. "Strike one," the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. "Kill him! Kill the umpire!" shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two." "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered, "Fraud!" But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. And they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence. his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball. And now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner.
Goodbye, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart, goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.